I'm Doug Doyle with The Art of the Story. To approach his musical memoir, pianist and composer Michael Wolff had to think about his time with Cal Tjader, Sonny Rollins, Cannonball Adderley, Nancy Wilson, along with his 5-year tenure as musical director of the Arsenio Hall Show. In his book, On That Note, he reflects with some amazing stories. With his new release, Memoir, he shares a musical reflection alongside bassist Ben Allison and drummer Alan Mednard. Michael Wolff spoke recently with his longtime friend, WBGO's Daybreak host Gary Walker, about Memoir.
Memoir. What a trip, man. What a trip. And you describe this music, and you say that it is a mix of science and soul. What does that mean?
Well, I think music, it's really what when Cannonball Adderley, when I was in his band, he died, and we went to his funeral in Florida, and Jesse Jackson did the eulogy, and he said Cannonball combined science and soul. And I always thought about that. Cannonball was really smart. He knew everything about music. He knew everything about politics. He approached music scientifically, and yet everything he did with that scientific knowledge he had, or musical knowledge or harmonic knowledge, served the soul and the feeling. And he would not play anything that wouldn't have the feeling. You could lose a feeling playing music sometimes. You can get into this or that. Everything he did, the soul was the boss. So I try to do that myself. Just make. I love learning about music, and I feel like I never have it. I'm always studying it and listening and trying stuff out. Like I'm trying out some new chords lately without the third in it. Whatever it is, like intellectual ideas. But it has to, whatever I play, ultimately has to have soul, and it has to have feeling for me and for the audience.
Sad Clown is one of the new tracks, but it features you on both keyboards and piano.
Yeah, I love that. I always did that in the 70s and 80s. I play with a keyboard, like an electric piano and a piano, and mix it. I love to do that. And so this time I just played on the piano, and then I overdubbed the Rhodes, or maybe I play the Rhodes first. I just love that sound. Sometimes I'll play on the Rhodes exactly what I played on the piano, and it just gives it a certain sound and cushion.
The sound of this recording has a dominant influence of the drums. Now, I'm not talking about Ginger Baker now, but I'm talking about, the drums are very present up front.
And with Alan, I'll say, Alan, just give me a Mednard beat, because he makes up these beats. I don't know where they come from. That I can't say they're a certain style that are, Latin or they're Brazilian or, African, whatever it is. It's amazing. And it's always jazzy,
And it starts with the very first track, which was co-written between yourself and your son Alex, called Left Out.
Yes.
And the drums are anything but left out.
You can see Gary Walker's entire interview with Michael Wolff on the WBGO Facebook page. I'm Doug Doyle, WBGO News.